Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. What will Brandon Aiyuk be traded? We've seen a lot of different things going on, a lot of different scenarios. People talking about Brandon Aiyuk going here, going there, and we're going to dive into some of the stuff. Now the top team names that have been around, of course, been the Patriots, the Browns, the Steelers, Commanders, and even those standing the 49ers, of course, too, as well. So I think we're gonna dive into each thing, and I'm gonna see exactly what I think Brandon Aiyuk might land like that. The rumors been going crazy. Been a lot of speculations about where he's going. I've seen some stuff with people saying the Steelers are finalizing the deal right now, and I think the Browns are finalizing the deal right now. I'm like, which one is it? So we're gonna dive into it. And most of that stuff is just fake stuff. If some people just go on their Twitter, they can buy. Of course, you know, now verified accounts can be anybody. Like it used to be in the old days, where like you get a certain amount of like followers, then you know it's like the person is credible source, then they'd be verified. But now anybody can verify their stuff. And, you know, you can use bots to make their followers look higher. Be like, oh, I have some type of resources, some type of source I get information from, and they really ain't got anything really. So we're gonna dive into each team, and I'm gonna see the likely chances of them going to Brandon Aiyuk going to them. Let's first dive into the Patriots first. Patriots, of course, got Jalen Polk. He's a nice player, like I mentioned many times. Remember, I wanted the Steelers to draft him as a receiver from Washington. He's a guy who's a route runner. He can play physical, and the ball's in the air. Justice Houston is there as well, like that. So they have some nice pieces. Drake May, good quarterback as well. So them getting Brandon Aiyuk will actually help them out a lot, you know. And they probably have the money as well to go out there and do it too, to make the deal happen. So we'll see if Brandon Aiyuk, because he had to sign off on the trade. So we'll see if he wants to go to the Patriots. I thought they'd be the best fit for him in the sense of like everything working out for both sides evenly. Now you have the Browns, of course. The Browns, I really don't understand it unless they're trying to go younger a little bit, maybe because Amari Cooper is 30 years old. But you look at the production of Amari Cooper last season, you look at the production of Brandon Aiyuk last season, it's basically on par with each other. It's not nothing too crazy. Like it was like out of the sort with like some crazy number like difference. And Amari Cooper played with like 4 different quarterbacks last year as well. Joe Flacco, PJ Walker. He played with Deshaun Watson. He played with it was somebody else too. Oh yeah, DTR as well. So yeah, all these different quarterbacks, he still put those big time numbers up like that with the different quarterbacks and the bad quarterback play. So his numbers really not that far off. And of course, Brandon Aiyuk may be better in the long run since he's younger, but I don't know if that'll help the Browns situation out like as a whole, like right in the moment. I feel like the Browns should focus on if Deshaun Watson is going to be the quarterback they drafted him to be. And not drafted him, he traded for him to be. Because, you know, Deshaun Watson, ever since he got to the Browns, he's been like the complete opposite. With the Texans, that last year, the Texans hit the league in touchdowns, multi-time Pro Bowl with the Texans, got into the playoffs, won a playoff game as well like that. Had some big time years with the Texans. But with the Browns, he kind of like I don't know what happened. It's like just fell off a little bit like that. So his accuracy has been bad like that. He's been one of the most inaccurate quarterbacks the past few years. Been banged up and injured as well. Haven't been as explosive, as elusive like he once was. So he just hasn't been the same player. So I think the main concern should be worrying about Deshaun Watson, because you already have Mark Cooper, you have Jared Judy, you have Daniel Njoku, you have a good old line, you have Nick Chubb, all these running backs. There's Jerome Ford as well. You got these different pieces. I think you need to focus, and your defense is good too. You need to focus on your quarterback being consistent like that. That's the main thing, because you can go out there and get the best receivers in the world, but if you can't get the ball to them, then it's kind of pointless. So I think the Browns shouldn't probably trade for him. Now, as a Steelers fan, do it. You know, go ahead and sabotage your team. Go ahead and sabotage your team with the money. Go ahead and trade for him. But as a fan, from a perspective of like just like logic, you know, in a sense, I'm like, the Browns shouldn't really trade for him. I feel like that's not really, it wouldn't help them out a lot. It helped them out, like in a sense, because him being a good player, but it wouldn't be like something like necessary to do like that. Just roll with the guys you got and see what happens and stuff. Moving on next to the Steelers. Steelers trading for Brandon Aiyuk. I remember I kept saying, like, if it happened, it happens. If it don't, you know, we're still good. Brandon Aiyuk is a good player. He will help our receiving core out a lot. You know, having George Pickens, having Brandon Aiyuk on one side, but the Steelers not paying nobody. You know, Steelers are very cheap, and we pay defense. We have the highest paid defense, but we have one of the cheapest offenses. They're not paying a receiver no crazy amount, no $25 million or $30 million. I feel like Brandon Aiyuk contract gonna start at the base of the offering will start at the level of a 4-year deal for $100 million. He at least wants probably 65% of that fully guaranteed. So you have to be paying him at least $25 million a year, and it might be more. Like that, he might ask for maybe more than that, like that. You get to $30 million and stuff a year. So you got to see exactly where it's going to be. But it's definitely going to start off with that threshold right there, where he asks for $100 million over the 4-year course, at least 65% of it fully guaranteed. So you're going to see exactly what happens. But the Steelers not paying for that. You know, so still not paying for that. I don't know if Brandon Aiyuk is asking price. But I know the Steelers not paying that crazy money. The last receiver they paid big time money too. They extended Deontay Johnson, which was a solid deal for both parties. And the last one they paid some big money to. They paid Antonio Brown like $70 million. He was the highest paid receiver at that time. And you saw that happen now. Antonio Brown, he went crazy, went berserk, and started doing some crazy stuff. as well. But he was a generational player. Antonio Brown, one of the best. He was a like a multiple-time first-team All-Pro selection, Pro Bowls, one of the best generation, a future Hall of Famer. Could be a Hall of Famer, but I think now with his antics off the field, he probably won't get in the Hall of Fame. But you have that, and then you also have, of course, the Steelers historically really do a good job at drafting receivers. So I think Ronald Wilson, you just waiting out and see if he just emerged as the guy. You have different things that happen like that. He might be the guy because Steelers have done a good job at drafting and developing receivers. Look at George Pickens, Chris Claypool, Jesse Johnson, Martavis Bryant, Antonio Brown, Mike Wallace, and many, many more like that. And most of those guys, I look at their career-wise, like look when they left the Steelers, they didn't do too well. But when it was the Steelers, they had some of their best years sometimes. So I feel like the Steelers can just roll with the guys they have and see what happens without giving up all those assets. And plus, sometimes you wait out the long game, you can probably lower the asking price a little bit. Remember what happened to Justin Fields? They waited out the entire time, and they got Justin Fields instead of trading like a first or second for him. They got him for a 6th-round pick. So sometimes you can just wait it out and see, or just roll with the guys you have, and you might have a gem right there in your team. You just gotta wait till when the season starts. And moving on next to the last team that's tradable team is the Commanders. Commanders will be a good situation for them as well. I know some people say like they'll trade a first and Terry McLaurin, but wouldn't you want to keep Terry McLaurin and so you can have Brandon Aiyuk and Terry McLaurin? I'd probably say trade Jahan Dotson and like a pick like that, some picks and stuff like that for Brandon Aiyuk to bring those guys over. So you have Jaden Daniels with Brandon Aiyuk and with Terry McLaurin like that. So that'd be a great receiver duo right there. But I think the 49ers raised the asking price. The asking price is too high. The Steelers and the Commanders left like that out of the negotiation. We don't know exactly what's happened because we haven't really heard these from the official team sources. There's been a lot of different things like NBC Sports and all type of things. People have been saying stuff. So it said based off of what they said that the Steelers and Commanders pulled away from the negotiation thing of the trade because the asking price was too high. Because they're looking like this: I'm not going to send you a 1st-round pick, then I got to pay this guy $25 million, $30 million like that, put myself in the bind a little bit. So how about I give you a 3rd-round pick and a player that's pretty good or something like that, and then maybe 49ers want more like that. And the 49ers kind of have a little more leverage too as well because they know Brandon Aiyuk want to go to those teams, so they're gonna raise the price high for those. But then they're gonna look at other teams too that potentially are pursuing him for him and try to get him to leverage those guys so they can get a better thing. Because what team you think gonna have a higher draft pick? The Steelers and the Commanders, the Steelers or the Patriots? Commanders, Patriots. So the Patriots probably they're still in rebuilding stages, so their draft pick might be a little more valuable with the Steelers. Steelers haven't picked top 5 in the draft since Terry Bradshaw was playing with the Steelers. That's a long time ago, like the 70s. So it's been a long time since Steelers picked top 5 in the draft. So you're looking at like, they always stay consistently winning like that. So you're like, okay, I think the Patriots might have more valuable draft assets, and Deshaun Watson get his act together. The Browns draft assets might be valuable as well. And you look at the Commanders. The Commanders would be a good. You think it'll be like a good suitor, but I guess they want to trade within their conference unless they're giving up some big stuff back like that too. So I don't know exactly where he's gonna go. In my opinion, I think the 49ers will probably keep him this season. I don't think he's getting traded. I think the 49ers might keep him this season, and then if he do get traded, then that'd be crazy right there. Some crazy news. But I think the 49ers might keep him this season. He might play this year out, and we'll see what happens in the offseason. Unless he do get traded within the season, like that could happen too. Like before, the trade deadline comes up, a team make a big time offer. The 49ers decide to hey, we're gonna just do this right here and make something happen. That could happen. So I have to keep you guys updated. Everybody got to stay monitoring the situation and see what happens and see exactly where Brandon Aiyuk lands. But that's all I got for today. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe. And let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. Maybe it's a different team that's not in this conversation that might go out there and say, you know what, I'll take a chance on Brandon Aiyuk. Maybe the Bills. As a team I was talking about last time, I felt like the Bills would have been perfect. Of course they got the rookie receiver they drafted, but add another guy. You lost Gabe Davis, you lost Stephon Diggs, you added a rookie, and then now you add a guy like Brandon Aiyuk to your team with Josh Allen. That'd be nice. You never know. I don't know if they have the money and stuff. You see how everything kind of like pan out, but in the NFL they can make things work. They can make the salary cap work. They got different ways to manipulate it. They got these gurus who go out there and manipulate the salary cap and keep you below float. All that things that happen. Look at the Rams. I think what they do with their salary cap, their GM is doing a phenomenal job of doing everything. So I feel like we're gonna see exactly what happens maybe in the coming weeks. He could get traded during the season, but I think from the start of the season off, he's gonna be with the 49ers. I think that's my opinion, but I could be definitely wrong, of course. So let me know down below in the comment section what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.